Contestant number 7, Raj Brahmandabari. Passion meets compassion. Passion meets compassion. Raj Brahmandabari.
There I was, a 10-year-old, sitting in a school lunchroom, ready to eat the yummy lunch my mom put together for me. Then a boy sitting nearby drew my attention. He opened his lunchbox, looked to his left, then his right, closed the lunchbox before rushing to the water cooler where he guzzled 2 glasses of water. I thought maybe he did not like his lunch. Day 2, same thing happens. Day 3, no different from day 1 or day 2. On day 4, I really want to find out what was going on. When the boy was at the water cooler, I rushed to his desk and opened the lunchbox. To my surprise, it was empty. Then I recalled my mom's words that I should always be eager and willing to share a lunchbox with other kids who are not as fortunate as I am. As much as I was not interested in sharing a part of my lunch, my mom convinced me that is the right thing to do. And I did share my lunch with that boy. As I was growing up, every morning I used to switch on the TV and watch CNN News. Not that I have much interest in the world news, I still had a schoolboy crush on CNN's pretty anchor woman. Please don't tell my wife. One day, I heard the pretty anchor woman saying how a tsunami killed thousands of people in Japan. On a different day, there was a news story about how an earthquake killed thousands of people in Indonesia. Madam Toastmaster, fellow members, and guests, watching all these sufferings, I was angry, I was mad. I really wanted to look straight into God's eyes and ask this question: God, where was your compassion when millions of people were dying from earthquakes and tsunamis? I really want an answer. While I was looking for answers and growing up, I came across a book of fiction titled The Street Lawyer by John Grisham. The story was about a young lawyer who has everything: money, respectable name, wonderful home, beautiful loving wife, and children. Yet one day, he gives up everything and starts feeding the poor people and also providing free legal services to the needy. This is a perfect example of passion meeting compassion. After reading that story, I found my answer. I don't have to be God to help. Yes, I have been blaming God all my life for not showing compassion. But who was I to talk? When I look myself in the mirror, the guy looking back hasn't shown much compassion. What I have done besides take care of my own life? Nothing. I knew what I had to do. I knew exactly what I had to do. First, stop staring at the pretty anchor woman. It's creepy. Second, switch off the TV and get up. Third, log on to Facebook. Usually, we put very useful messages on Facebook. For example, today I got up on the other side of my bed. Instead, I posted a message: today I'm going to buy a lunch for a homeless person. Mother Teresa once said, if you can't feed 100 people, then just feed one. Yes, I don't have the time or money to give 100% of what I have, but I could give 1% of what I have. I'm not going to be poor if I feed just one person. One of my local friends replied to my Facebook message saying he found a person looking for some help and shared the address with me. Immediately, I hit the road and found him. He was a war veteran taking care of his 100-year-old father. He was working part-time, but that was not enough to take care of himself or his father. Then I decided, instead of buying him a lunch for a single day, I took him to the nearest grocery store and asked him to buy groceries. He did and came back. To my surprise, he bought just bare minimum. He was honest and not greedy at all. Then I insisted him to go back and add more groceries, enough for 4 weeks. This time, he did came back. He hugged me and thanked me. The amount of joy and happiness I felt that day, even millionaires and highly successful people don't have it. In fact, I was so happy that every moment I was smiling, even when I was sleeping. Today, I see the same amount of happiness in each one of you. Let me tell you why. Toastmasters is a place where passion meets compassion. You all have been spending time away from your family, not only to improve your own skills, but also help others to acquire the same. Isn't this called compassion? Yes, this is. Now the question is, are you ready to widen that circle of compassion? Are you? Are you? Hearing yes. I really want to imagine this lunchbox as your heart. I urge each one of you to fill this lunchbox with thoughtful, loving, caring, sharing, and compassionate feelings before sharing this lunchbox with others who are not as fortunate as we are. After all, it's one heart, one life, and one world. Let's fill this world with love, peace, and most importantly, compassion. Madam Toastmaster.